Skull? I can't remember.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Guten
Alright.
Tag.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to the latest stream of Legends of Nordareth Bloody Gold. It's been a little while. Hey, you're supposed to... I'm putting you back.
I have a very important... oh, no, it's nothing. It's literally nothing because it's back to where it was. I can see the map, but only the world map. I can't see individual levels.
The world map. It's still good. It's still good.
Well, okay.
It's still good.
That's part of Roll20, in that you can only see what map I put the basically the party's camera on.
Yeah. Okay, so well, because I haven't.
So it's
been
working
able to
as
see
normal
the map for
right now.
I haven't been able to see the map for fucking months. So who knows? Maybe I might be able to see the actual combat maps.
Fingers crossed.
Let's hope and pray, even if you can't fucking move your own token, that you can at least see it.
Yeah, if I can't move my own tokens. But look how much of the map I can see.
Yeah, so all the things that we see right now, we're at the shoreline, so yeah. That's all the things we export. Okay, so should we like do the recap?
Hang on, I'm also still just working on things in the background as much as the. I'm sorry. I'm also trying to advertise.
I wasn't able to sleep last night.
Oh no!
Because I was excited.
Oh my god!
It has been a couple of weeks since we played.
It has been a little bit, yeah.
To be fair, yeah.
It's been a tiny bit.
Yeah. I miss this cast. I really miss this cast.
Indeed. We did leave on like wasn't really a cliffhanger per se, but like
it was something.
It was something.
I hope someone's got a good memory because I wasn't able to find the VOD.
I rewatched the VOD.
Oh, you did rewatch the VOD, okay.
Yeah, I rewatched.
Guys, I have a big announcement.
Yeah.
I am no longer playing on a non-supported browser.
Let's go.
Clap it up.
So I don't know if Roll20 like updated or if it's like, hey, people might want to use Bing, but like when I loaded in, it didn't say, hey, you're on a non-supported browser. It just said, welcome to Roll20, so I might be able to see the fucking map now.
Huzzah!
Poggers.
It only took how long fucking year.
Alright.
It's been 84 years.
Hasn't been that long.
Since January.
I haven't seen my token in a very long time.
Bitch, y'all never seen your token.
I've never seen my token. Vetzel has eluded me.
We started like mid-January, didn't we?
Yeah, we started
was it something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, hello everyone.
Hello. Also, Nature, if you ever want to show off the new Vetzel art, you're more than free to.
Yeah, I admittedly I have not pulled in Roll20 yet, and I'm still not 100% sure. There's a lot of other stuff I've been working on at the moment, but.
Oh, I just meant like you can just like pull up the art on your stream and just go like, hey, Vetzel's been drawn.
I mean, if people want to go check it out, I believe it's in the Discord. Of which there's a link to in the about section of the Twitch channel below.
That's an amazing plug.
Thanks. Trying to keep it subtle, but now you had to go and fucking blow it for me. No, it's fine.
But yes, there is some Vetzel art. There is one with a very weird pun, and then just the drawing itself. Where I have drawn Paimon and Vetzel. Also, Nature, what did you think of the cute little like hat icon that Vetzel has on his outfit?
The icon,
it's like, I feel that's. I had the headcanon. That's what all the workers for the Ferryman's clubs wear. It's like a little patch.
I don't know if that would be the official patch for what the goons of the Ferryman would look like, or at least the morticians.
I just imagine the Ferryman. I was like, what would be his signature thing? A top hat with an eye. That sounds cryptic.
Isn't that the symbol from? Never mind.
Villainous? It might be. I might have completely.
Well, villainous, but
Villainous
also like fucking the game that just came out recently with Lamb, Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb?
Oh.
No.
A hat with an eye on
no,
it.
Well, it's Cult of the Lamb is a black crown with a red eye on it. That's just a top hat with an eye. It's a headdress with an eye, but it's not the same thing.
Ah, fair enough. Let me see. Let me actually
My
look at
profile
this.
picture in Roll20, that's the thingy. The villainous symbol. The Black Hat Corporation, I think? I think that's the one.
I see. Interesting. All right. So. Oh, also, how's chat doing? For any, if there's any
How you doing,
viewers
chat?
currently in the chat. Currently ironing out a
Hello
few
there,
last-minute things before we get started.
You
Hello
doing
there.
fine, chat?
Currently doing some
Being
chilling,
little
doing some
pog chick.
vibing. Oh my god.
Hey, chat, are you excited for the new hip game Saints of the Row? It's coming out
Saints of the
tomorrow.
Row.
Get the fuck
Are
out.
you excited to play as hipsters starting a gang to fight student loans? Because that's what the media tells me the game is about.
No. I mean, I don't think that's technically wrong.
I don't think it's wrong. Honestly, that's a really good premise. I'm actually all for that premise. But I hope you're doing well, chat.
Indeed.
Hope you have your stuffed animals and your coffees and
your obligatory dungeon. I don't fucking know.
do you have your dice that strangely look
Do you
like
have your
food and you want to
dungeon?
just
Do you
bite on
have
it?
your dragon? And if you don't, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Are you streaming this from an actual dungeon? If so, make
Are
sure
you streaming
everyone
it
is
with a
clothed.
dragon? Is the dragon streaming?
You have your
Are you-
ferryman body pillow.
Hey,
That's
hey,
not a
chat.
thing.
Hey, chat.
That's
Do
not-
you
That's
know
not a
that?
fucking thing. That's not canon.
Yeah.
Chat, do you know that super relevant meme of the 1980s Russian animation film of Treasure Island? Doesn't
Oh,
Dr.
God.
Livesley look like a Giga Chad? Isn't that so funny?
That's
Isn't
sarcasm.
that...
What the fuck is
Isn't that
happening right now?
I don't know.
Oh,
we
you
could just
never
wait.
heard of that?
No, what? Anyway. Anyways,
There's a
fucking...
Russian...
speaking of segues, dice! Oh,
Dice!
shit. Ah! There we
The
go.
forbidden candy.
Please don't eat them. Unless they're sugar dice.
Do not eat your dice, unless they're the really weird custom candy you can get, which is really expensive.
Or sugar
I
dice,
wish
which
I
those
could
are a
afford
thing.
some of that.
Which I've seen at least some people like online. They would secretly bring in sugar dice without anyone knowing, and so whenever they get like a really shitty roll, they're just like fuck you, and they just eat the dice.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh
they
I
just
wish
eat
I
it.
could afford some.
That's amazing.
Imagine if you eat the wrong one, though, bro.
Uh-oh. You just
That's-
crack your fucking tooth.
And who needs a dice tower then, right?
You then shave your
Exactly.
tooth down to be a D4.
Oh god.
The player rolled really low on perception check.
There are dice made of human bone. That is a thing, actually.
Human
That
bone?
sounds cursed
Yes.
as fuck.
It is human bone. They're expensive as hell, though.
I wonder
they
why.
I believe the bones
Bodies.
okay, the bones
No.
that are gotten for the dice, I believe they are taken from bodies that are donated to science.
So naturally sourced, free
There's
range.
just
Yeah.
one nerdy fucking.
Can you fucking imagine? You're like, okay, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna donate my body to science. You're chilling in hell for whatever horrible crime you committed, and you just go, I wonder where my body is. Your fucking femur is playing D&D in Chicago.
There's like a
You're
little
what
window,
the
and you look
fuck?
out, and you see like, the fuck are they doing? So you'll see a bunch of nerds around a table just chucking your bones across the table, like, the fuck, those are mine! Get it!
That's my fucking pelvis!
That's my clavicle, you bitch!
It's my
Anyway.
spine. What are you guys doing?
Anyways, before we start getting too deep into things, Shadow, pick a color.
I think we're already pretty
Is there
deep.
pink?
There is not pink, however, I do have red. And I also have white.
Go with red. Red.
Okay, red it is. And then also...
Like my profile.
Hell yeah, brother.
Man, I used to remember my old profile.
It
Those were the
sucks!
days.
No, I'm kidding. Alright. And then... who picked a color else? Who didn't pick a color last time? Fuck it. Oz, pick a color.
Forgot who
Coffee.
got the inspiration.
Coffee? Nice. We'll get to that in a moment after we, after I end up asking, a particular
Wait,
question.
who got the inspiration last time? Who got the
Good
inspiration
question. That's a very good question.
I think I got
I think
some.
I did, because I still have a point of it.
Maybe.
You may get double this time as well.
So,
Don't I also still have my nat 20? No, I think I used it. Fuck.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
you
believe-
used it
yeah,
to
you
talk
used
to
it.
the orcs. Yeah,
You used it on the
you
orcs.
used it to talk to the orcs.
I tend to pick the coffee dice because they are easily tampered with by the gods.
You like chaos.
You pick coffee dice as I am sipping coffee.
That's fair. Alright, so, I suppose I only have one question before we start getting into things then. Is everyone ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, let's go!
Yes, let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go!
So, could one of the
Let's
party
go
members
down,
please tell me what
down
happened
D&D
last
town.
time? That's all.
Okay, so
shit,
let me
hang
bust
on.
it down real quick.
Yeah, well, I just realized, shit was weird on another tab. Give me a sec. Well, yeah, you guys can still go through the recap. Could one of the party members please tell me what happened last time we left our heroes?
It was a really short one from our last session.
Yeah, because we had a Q&A for most of it. But,
Yeah, it was a fun Q&A. So we got the Q&A stream, but if we're going to be talking about the main meat of the session,
We have allies now.
yeah, we have allies now,
Potential
which are
allies.
But they don't want to kill us.
Yes,
They're not hostile.
they managed to also. It was one
They're
of the
willing to be
scenes
amenable.
where it was, I think, Vetzel who spotted there was extra bedrolls. They were the orcs. Managed to hunt those group. So I think it was three. Yeah, it was three heads. Right after that, there was a little bit of negotiation that occurred. The orcs stayed for the night. There was a wombat, a huge ass wombat.
Yep.
That
That's
serves
all.
as some sort of like carriage. I think it was a carriage. Yeah.
They didn't have a carriage, but it was a pack animal.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. They basically use it as a transportation for their goods.
Vetzel uses Nat 20 to. Vetzel uses Nat 20 to communicate to the orcs. The orcs were like, "Oh, okay. Paid breeder is a really weird title for you to have, but sure." Vetzel went, "Okay, everything okay, good. Go the fuck to sleep." And everyone tried to go to sleep. However, Omen tried to use the ferryman coin, and
with
then
Catwin around.
Yep, Catwin was like, "The fuck are you doing? You're an idiot. You're gonna die. You're gonna make everyone else die. He killed my brother. Can you not fucking do that? I'm gonna take this."
I think it was,
and
wait, was it the brother or friend? Was it brother or friend nature?
I think it was brother.
It was brother? I thought it was friend.
I think so.
If I recall correctly, first she said friend, then she said brother.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so
it
there's
hinted
two.
At friend and then confirmed with brother. So there could be two.
Yeah, there's two.
And Omen went full Schmeagle and was trying to like steal the ring, the little coin back.
Well, not yet. Not yet.
Catwin
he decided to let it go for it, and
because it's hidden in a
Catwin
very particular place.
It's hidden in a place only a woman can hold.
That makes it sound worse.
Well,
that makes it sound a lot worse than it actually is.
Yeah, that sounds like it's the prison pocket, doesn't it? Okay.
I have not heard that term for a while.
You've never heard pocket?
No. I have heard of the term the prison pocket. However, it has been a very long time. I did not hear it very
I've watched Better
often.
Call Saul recently, so that's probably why I thought of it.
Fair point. Continue.
It's not her prison pocket. It's between two very
Giggles.
squishy bits.
It is hidden
Omen was
between
just
the
like,
hills in Farn Glen.
it is between the hills in a cavern very deep. That still sounds. I'm gonna move on. Omen was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna go to bed. Fucking my precious and bullshit. Just gonna go to sleep. Vetzel tried to go like, why is everyone yelling? Catwin yelled at him. Vetzel kind of recoiled and just went, I don't care. Went back to bed. Everyone's now in bed. And now I believe it is Oz and Vetzel's dream sequence.
Yeah. Wit was also able to pigeon out a little bit of minimal orcish.
Also, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I remember very vividly 2 of the orcs. One of them is a woman, and she's just like kind of vibing. 2 of them were trying to wrestle their animal out of the water.
Yeah, they were having trouble pulling out the creature.
To also note, some of the orcs are purple.
Yes.
Yeah, some of the orcs are purple.
That's a very weird new thing. That's not a normal thing that you see every day.
Yeah, and I'm going to only assume the orc woman does not look like what I think she does in my head, because popular culture has ruined me.
Anyway. Is there anything else the party recalls that it feels important to note?
We told the orcs to camp here, and in the morning they're gonna take us to their leader. And then Vetzel's finally gonna get rid of this fucking dagger and gunpowder.
Fair enough. Anything else?
Vetzel simped over the elf again.
Anything else from any other players?
I'll shut up.
It's fine, bruh. Going once, going twice.
We're gonna have to get more food.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. So, I suppose then in that case, before we start moving any further, we shall see to whom the fates smile kindly upon this day. Actually, I don't even need a D20. Let's grab a... Where's the caltrop?
D4,
There it
D4,
is.
D4.
D4, D4.
Yeah! It first is a 1, so Omen gets a point of inspiration.
Bunkers. Let's go.
Bunger?
Okay.
Oh shit.
No, poggers.
I
I thought you said bunger. I was like, what are you, food snacks?
Bunger.
Frickin' bug snacks.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying bug snacks.
As someone who has actually seen a playthrough of Bug Snacks, I will never see those things the same again.
Don't spoil it. I haven't finished the game yet.
It's weird.
And the next one is a 3, so Vetzel gets a point of inspiration.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Wario!
as a final bonus question to see if anyone recalls, what date is it currently in game, or what date
Yeah,
will it
here we
be?
go.
I should
Okay.
say.
I know.
Alright, go ahead.
11th of Portum, right?
That is. Oh, hang on.
Drum roll, please.
Like, it's the night of the 10th going into the
Yeah.
11th.
Turning over a new dawn, it will be the 11th.
Nature's double checking.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm checking the. Sorry, because I'm also getting a few messages. I believe you are correct.
Hey!
Hey.
Look, it's so good with dates.
Alright, so I suppose in that case we can start
I
diving.
think part of it might be notes.
Indeed.
The notes.
No, couldn't be.
So, I suppose as we start diving back into things, I actually have to grab something. Oh shit, right, I can't use. Alright, god damn it, yeah, I can't use that link because Fredboat's being a bitch. Oh wow, that's what look right up there. Alright. So... So... I believe there are currently at least 2 people who are looking to dive into the realms of Dream this night
Mm-hmm.
that have yet to be disturbed. Otherwise, I believe one of them was Oz and the other was Vetzel.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So, I suppose to organize who ends up going first. How about we have Brain. Have Wit and Vetzel roll initiative.
Oh.
Should be mute.
Nature.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing commands in public archives.
Am I? Oh shit! Whoops.
Oops.
That's fine.
Should we
I just thought I'd notify you before you
case?
sent any more.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for catching that.
Ooh. Gee.
All right. That's an 18 for Vetzel, and then Wit. Just gonna delete these.
Oh, I need to roll right.
Yeah. Roll initiative.
Sorry.
5.
Alrighty. Alright, so I suppose we're going to be starting off with Vetzel's dream tonight. And I believe you're going to head back to check in on a very particular friend of yours.
Yep.
Give me ein Moment.
Also, you're gonna have to give me a few minutes because I have to get back into the Vetzel voice.
You're
I've been
good.
voicing
You're good.
a lot of other characters for D&D.
Alright. Oh, shit. So, as once again you, after the commotion and the predicament that you have found yourself in, with the arguing between Omen and Catwain about a topic you're not quite sure of, before you're eventually, crawl, or more so slither back into your sleeping spot in the other tent, and with the coin under your tongue, the cool, crisp sensation of sleep washes over you. Until outside of the tent, a bit further outside the tent, it's somewhat more distant than before, you hear...
Vettel kind of gets up, hugs Paimon, immediately starts getting teary-eyed again before it's like, no, I can do this. I was going to be a big hero last time, and then I did literally nothing. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Just breathe. Okay, let's do.
Paimon looks displeased.
Yeah, Vettel kind of pets Paimon and goes, "Look, I don't know what you are, and I don't know why you hate him, but just try not to hurt him. I'll make sure he doesn't hurt you, if that's even possible."
Paimon's eyes narrow.
No, if you behave, I'll pet you that special way you like, or at least used to like when you were a rat. I don't even know if it still works, but belly rubs.
Paimon just slowly sinks back into your arms.
Good boy. Vet's gonna slither over to the door and open it.
Alright. Well, first off, you open the flap to the tent and peer out. for once, it is not the door, first and foremost. However, you kind of look around for a bit before... Wait a fucking minute. You look out at the lake, the small little pond, like freshwater pond at the edge of the shoreline, and you see... It almost looks like a quaint little, like, houseboat. That's like bobbing up and down in the water, with a little ramp that's that extends out onto the shoreline.
Vetzel is so fucking confused. He does a little like dog-like thing, like tilt his head, like what the.
And then, similar to before, at the wooden door leading into this houseboat. There is a light inside, from what you can see inside the door and inside the windows. There is once again a small mall.
Okay, let's roll with it. And he kind of like slithers onto the houseboat and opens the door.
All right, yeah, you slither on up. The wood, you can almost feel the wood creaking a little bit under your weight. It's a little crickety.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Mm-hmm. As you slither way up. Ooh. Hang on. Only just realized, actually, it is storming and pouring rain outside.
Ooh.
So if everything just cuts out randomly at some point, you know what happened.
Yep.
But nonetheless, yeah,
it's rained a lot in our little neck of the woods, hasn't it, nature?
It was storming earlier today. I don't think it was still going on. Damn. But anyway, so I've heard the wind howling outside. But anyways. As you open up the door, you were greeted to a very familiar, small little, some might say cramped, you would say cozy, little hole in the wall type of place. You are once again greeted by the ferryman's shop. As I'll grab his art once again. There he is. I can also change the name there. As you slither on in, you can still kind of feel Paimon's, like, the hair on the back of her, like on the back of his shoulders kind of raised up a bit, just seeming like, I don't like this, but nonetheless he behaves as you walk in to see him once more. Vetzel! Fancy seeing you back again so soon.
Hi, Dad. I didn't even know you could do this. I guess it makes sense. Ferryman boat.
Well, typically most venues don't exactly have a waterfront when I do business with them. So, figured I'd at least stretch my legs, you know.
I see. It is nice.
Thank you. I thought you've at least seen this place once before.
I think I saw it once. The first day you found me. Only because I was still by the docks.
That might be the case. But nonetheless.
I remember your boat being bigger.
Well, I'm afraid this is quite the small pond to reach as close by to your little establishment here. But serves its purpose.
What did you name that boat anyway? I know that you were struggling with a few names.
I forget what I named that old thing, but it's past now. Don't really
Do you remember
that much anymore.
Do you remember the old bouncer you had? He would frequent bard shows. Said he wanted to name the place Proud Mary after a song a bot had come up with.
Oh God, we don't talk about him.
He was not cut out for his line of work.
Yeah, he was good at his job, but there were other facets about it. But anyways, enough business. Enough small talk, I should say. I presume y'all are here for something in particular.
Well, I think I might have something that might cheer you up, and I'm really hoping it does, because I'm really trying to hold it in right now.
Oh, really?
And Vetzel pulls out a single witch token, like between his fingers, like a little like coin trick.
He kind of reaches out a hand to take it.
Remember, not paying you yet, just giving it.
I know, just
And he
inspecting
puts
the
it in.
merchandise.
And he puts it in the palm of his hand.
He takes it and just kind of, how in the nine hills did you manage to? Is he just kind of put his up, sniffs it before bites it in his the side of his teeth. Yeah, that's genuine. Sets it back on the table and slides it over.
I faintly recognize this stuff. I remember a few clients used to pay me in this. It is strange material. It's hard to remember how volatile it is.
It is quite resourceful, though. Probably don't want to keep it around any sort of magic or fire.
Well, good news is I was hoping to give what I had claimed to you.
You're too kind. So, what y'all thinking to, what do you request in return, might I ask?
Well, for one thing, I hate to inform you, but I think the assistant you're sending might have a little less work involved.
I figured it might take a little bit of time for that individual to get over. Now, directly handing over items and such, that's a bit of an easy affair to just like that. But people,
Yes.
that's a little bit more tricky. That's going to take a bit more of a land or sea route, depending on circumstances. Unless we got a teleportation circle, but even then, it might take a little bit.
We still value the help, it's just, it seems the immediate threat has been, what is the word you taught me? Exported.
Ah, I see. Well, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say this, most of my current reach and influence is more concentrated on the mainland proper. Whereas going out onto open waters, as much as I got a couple ships out there, at least we got a few merchant vessels, but I'm afraid I'm not, as much as I hate to say it, there are other folks out on those waters that ain't keen on making business with folks like myself. Got other clients and other bosses they answer for.
Can Vetzel try and roll a charisma check to be like extra smug as he says his next bit?
We'll see what you have to say first, and then we'll roll the charisma check.
Vetzel wants to, in a very joking way, go, "Oh, the ferryman not delivering? Does that mean I get a refund?"
Roll charisma. Straight roll.
It is. I tapped the word charisma, right?
Yes. 16.
Hey.
You know all business deals are final, of course.
Oh, I know. Just wondering if I could get the discount this time, since our previous deal isn't working now.
Depends on what item y'all are asking for. Anything y'all looking for in particular?
Well, we do want something. Medicine, for one, but if you have a cure, that's more available.
Cure?
Something to treat lycanthropy. Lycanthropy? It's very hard to say with
Curse of the
fangs.
Lycan.
You know what I mean. Yes.
Nah.
We have a friend who doesn't have his medicine, and if you could
Guilt of the
provide
finger.
medicine or... Better stop talking.
Now, that is something within my wheelhouse. However, that is a very expensive deal. Curses like
How
that, and curses that affect bloodlines, especially ones as long as them folks, that's a heavy price, friend.
Did I ask ballpark price?
How much do you have?
Aren't you the one to say I don't show my hand unless I know my options?
Roll persuasion.
Uh,
10. You're learning, and I appreciate that. But, alright. We're talking Witchstone tokens, depending on how many that you have there, that would be at least hundreds, if not more. Probably even more than that, depending on how far we're talking here. This is just the one? Just one individual?
Yes, just one.
Okay. Yeah. I can't do it. Well, like I said, that's a process, friend. And an expensive one. You have to cover costs somehow.
Well, I definitely don't have hundreds of witch tokens. How much for just a pack of medicine, just to treat him, just to help him save it off?
The elixir. Now,
Yes.
one of those run you at a regular price. They're running down the list. I believe that's about 50 gold a bottle. However, for these, that would be only run you about 5 witchstone. That's for one.
Well.
If you want to have a stockpile, of course, you have to offer more. But
Betzel kind of fishes out 10 witchstone and gives it to him. How about just 2 then?
that should work. That's a couple months. As he takes the coins and then kind of reaches back, kind of sifting through some of the bottles on one of the shelves before he just kind of takes 2 of these. They're both these sort of like reddish, like sort of off dark reddish kind of sort of a darker crimson with looks like a few bits kind of floating around in there. And sets 2 of these bottles down on the table. Both of them about like how big would these be? About like a pint or so for in each of these like glass bottles, or like a little less than a pint. All right, and he slides over 2 potions of Lichensbane, or 2 elixirs of Lichensbane. Pardon.
And I suppose 1 potion for 1 month.
Indeed.
Well, it'll have to do something. If we can't find help in a month, well, it'd be deeper turnable than I thought.
I'm afraid curses like this are a very powerful thing. Not every curse can just be dashed away with just the spell alone.
Yeah, okay. Vetzel takes the potions, puts them very carefully in his bag.
Alright, anything else you're asking for? Magic items, any other medicine?
I was wondering for information, though it's quite general, so I don't even know how much it would cost.
Well, it depends on what type of information you're looking for.
Vetzel kind of like hesitates, kind of like sludges into himself. I wanted to know about my kind.
He, like, as he's kind of like, just kind of looking over one of the tokens before about to set away, just kind of kind of like pauses a bit before looking over. Excuse me. Must have some dinner.
I recently found a scroll from my people, and it made me remember this old ghetto, I suppose, full of my kind. You tried to drag me there for promotions, and I just wouldn't go. I figured if I'm so close to death recently, I would at least like to know a little bit about my people.
How much are you looking for? You want histories? You want culture? You want to know about parents in particular?
No. I don't think I have the stomach to learn about them. My only memory of them is their bodies in the crate with me. I don't think I want to know how I got there.
In time.
But, since you're offering, and Vetzel kind of like takes out the little scroll, fumbles with it, and just like kind of hands it to, puts on the table. We recovered this from the camp of whoever we're trying to kill. It's written in my tongue. I feel like it's like my kind are speaking to me, but I can't make heads or tails of it.
Alright, give me
It's
a second.
something they're looking for.
As he takes a minute, takes a cigar out of one of the ashtray and just kind of sticks in his mouth. As he just takes a bit of a puff, as once again there's that kind of flash of an arcane purplish blue over the eyes before just over the page. Alrighty. Oh. Interesting little folktale. This is... I was never good with UNT names. Or even not much good with
I understand
names.
it's about a warrior or a king or something.
Very old
It's important
king.
It's important for some reason, but I just can't make heads or tails of it.
Now, I suppose for the information on this individual, or at the very least about UNT in general, about their people, about their kings and their rulership, probably no more than a single one of them Witchstone tokens for a bit of a summary.
Very well. And Vetzel puts a Witchstone token on the desk.
Just slides it up between his fingers and just kind of starts kind of fidgeting with it, like having it like filter through his fingers and then back up to his thumb and going through again. Now, do you want tea? Are a interesting bunch. It's actually kind of surprising how close you are to them in a few ways. They are very spiritual folk, very much, well, if you had my opinion, they very much have their head in the clouds, in a few ways. Much more concerned with death and the afterlife and the realms beyond than the ground they're walking on. Which there's pros and cons to the various, I suppose.
Vetzel kind of like chuckles and mutters under his breath. Of course, St. Junic chose me.
But they are very in tune with magic in very particular ways, especially involving magic and of the blood variety.
Vetzel kind of like holds up his still kind of like one like few pale scaled hand and goes, I am familiar.
Well, more so than even just in your sense of y'all being a martyr. They... How do I describe this? They almost worship bloods, in a way. Well, not in itself, but they believe that blood has memories. And in certain ways they can transfer those memories to their next of bloods or their next of kin. Hence why they do the whole fertility rituals that they do in that. Transferring all the memories of the previous generation to the next one, even if they're dormant. Now, how much of that's actually applied in the current state? Well, afraid you don't know. I doubt you have much memories about your grandpappy. But there's been at least some rumors and some stories about tapping into knowledge from the ancestors and going back to their ancestral blood pools. Outside of that, there's quite the worship over there of two particular beings, two particular gods, brother and sister, of which they actually have two royal families. Well, family is a loose term for them. Two royal lineages. One dedicated to the mother serpent, the sister, who was of weather, rain, nature, very hippie kind of type, much more in that realm. The other is much more fiery, much more deep beneath the earth. Not necessarily just destruction, but also the creation afterward of, ashes and volcanic soil bringing back new life into the world. Afraid if there's if you want any more information, that might have to cost extra. Any particular questions going from there, or?
Vetzel kind of like puts one more Witch Tone token down. From what I understand, my comrades fought something unnatural, like a witch of blood and hunting. The pirates seem keen on this piece of information. Something about this, it's drawing them. I just don't know enough about my people to know what.
Well, for this story in particular, this is more me theorizing, per se, compared to, knowing for certain on that end. But they are looking at, from what I know about these folks, Knives of the Mist, I believe. Or Blades in the Mist. It always keeps like going back and forth.
Whatever they are, they're powerful. They have abilities. One turned into a werewolf right in front of me.
They're capable of more than just that, son. They are one of the many bands under the Ivory Fleet. I'm sure you're at least familiar with that name. It's actually those folks.
Can you...
Yes.
Can you tell me why they might want to know about this story in particular? Does it mention the island I'm on, or something?
Not especially, however... There is a hidden message, a hidden magic, or a certain... Miracle ain't the proper term, but closest thing to it. A bit more of a risky form of magic, but also very powerful. And I can't tell you what it is, or else it'll be rendered null and void. But I can at least confirm that there's a secret behind the pages. However...
And since I'm the only one that's... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
From what I understand, I'm the only one in my party that can read this. Whatever they want, it's something to do with my culture. Sadly, I'm not too brushed up on it, but hopefully I can learn enough to figure out what's going on.
Well, the most I can say is that... Alright. Most I can say is that these Blades in the Mist, as focused on... excuse me. Whatever I didn't agree with me, apparently.
Let me guess. That old sushi restaurant down the block, right? You always didn't handle that well.
It's something else. But anyways. These folks, as much as they focus on stealth and subterfuge, they mainly are keen on violence, blood, strength, power, the ability to end your enemies quickly. And while this isn't a direct method, I wouldn't necessarily say it certainly helps in certain aspects. As for these folks themselves, they are, as you at least know about the Ivory Fleet, they are quite the eccentric types. Unfortunately, they are actually not quite keen on doing business with folks like myself. But actually, they're part of the reason why it's a bit tricky to get stuff out here beyond the waters. But outside of that, they are dedicated to very particular beings beyond our realm. I'm sure there's been at least some mention of black magic. You saw it yourself.
I think I understand. Well, I don't, but it's a lot more clear than it used to be.
I technically have some information on that, but once again, kind of taps on the table.
I think I'll keep that off for now. I think I know what's important, at least.
Anything else you need of
Well,
me?
you deal in memories, right?
Doing what, pardon?
Memories?
I do.
Vettel puts one more witch token down. Will this let me hear at least one memory?
Roll another persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
17. You want something in particular, or?
All of this, everything that's happening so much, I feel like I'm getting lost in it. Like I don't know what's happening. Like I can't keep up. I just want something to ground myself so I don't lose it. Something to hold on to. Something I could never have.
Now, I can do this. However, it's going to be a bit of a journey for you, at least. So, alright. He reaches over to one of the shelves and pulls off of it a much smaller vial of a much thicker, deep red liquid, and sets it over to hand to you. Hold on to this and make sure it doesn't break. Now, I presume you see his eyes kind of wander, looking over at Paimon before back up at you, and also actually back down to Paimon, and also the necklace around your neck. Presume you've been able to travel to some other places that you can't exactly find by foot.
Yes, I've been seeing things I don't understand.
Well, if you ever find yourself in a very familiar forest, look for a well somewhere deep within. Take that vial and pour it in, and then from there you should be able to find what you need to find.
And to think I was gonna ask for seeing my mother smile.
You were.
But if... Okay. Then Vettel kind of gently puts it in a very protective place. Well, there's only one less bit of business, and it's more to buy some gifts.
Oh, alright. We'll make this quick. I imagine sunrise is gonna be coming up soon now.
Yes. After all of our dealings, I have 10 witchstone left.
Okay. Anything you're looking for in particular?
Let me see. A friend of mine. I robbed from him. He is a rogue.
I think I know who y'all are referring to.
You've met him.
Is that... Oh, what's the name of that little shit?
I presume you mean Omen.
Oh, yeah, that was him. Had some previous dealings with a relative of his.
Really?
Indeed.
Oh,
But,
that's right. Didn't you say Because I know you, I'm like poison. I spread to others, and others can see you.
Kind of leans back for a minute from the shelf to look back at you. Suppose you could say
I remember you telling me that when I leave with you with me, I spread you to others to build network and stuff. I remember that.
Did I say that?
You said, I'm so sorry, I was very drunk at the time. You said, as long as I am with you, I will find other customers. I presume that means you just reach on to other people. And if you seeing Omen, that makes a lot of sense. Oh god, the yelling. It must have been about Catwin finding his coin, probably.
Pardon,
Well,
if you don't mind me saying this. If you could refrain from telling that little detail to many other folks.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't want to ruin your business plan. I was actually wondering when it would take hold.
Thank you kindly.
Well, of course.
Anyways.
So, I have him that I've stolen from, and I'd like to make amends for it. I also have this friend, Wit, who used to run with oh god, what did they used to run with? Some gang, I think. I forget what, but they used to live in New Arcaster. They're very talented. And then there is Puck. Puck is some sort of sorcerer, I believe. God knows what he belongs to. But he's magic. He does like curse things. Like I've seen him make people bleed and make them like, freak out,
Witch of some kind, I presume.
I've heard them mumble of some hair nonsense, but I don't know much.
Head kind of like an eyebrow cocks a bit. What about hair?
I remember it deep in my sleep one night. He talked about hair, scissors, mumbling something about something starting with M. I don't know. I was very asleep at the time, but I could barely hear it in my dreams.
Interesting.
And since Witch Coin is worth a lot more than gold, I thought I could get a little something for them, just to thank them for.
Now,
really nice.
You're looking for magic items in particular for them, or just looking for knickknacks or such thing in general?
I was hoping something a bit more practical, so magic, hopefully.
If you're looking for magic items, that, admittedly, if you want something for all of them, that kind of cheapen things a bit. At least in limits in terms of what type of things you might be able to get for everyone, but nonetheless. Maybe you send me a bit more information about them another time, and see if I might be able to pick out a few things.
Oh, one of the Omen, he is a rogue. Maybe something stealthy?
Possibly.
And Wit is very kind, uses swords, and Puck uses spell casting.
Yeah. I suppose what I'm more meant is that any sort of information that you might be able to write down for me to look through my catalog later. I'm afraid there's only so much I could excuse me. Only so much time I can spend searching right now. So
I do remember something you talked about. It was very long ago, back when I still worked for you. I overheard you dealing with some rogue group, and you said cloak of something. Knife, but
cloak of daggers, something along those lines.
Dagger thing, yes.
That might be interesting, but we'll save that full conversation for a bit later. Give me what information you can on these folks. Run it past me, And then give me at least a couple days. And I might be able to whip up a bit of a catalog, if you will.
Should I keep the witch coin then?
For now. At least for the magic items.
Okay. I will write stuff down, keep it with me, and probably by tomorrow night I will see you again, hopefully.
Until then.
Oh, and I'm sorry for Omen. From what I can tell, he is handful. I can't imagine you two vibe too well.
Don't worry about him.
I just worry you're taking advantage of him. People like him are usually your mark.
I thought you knew me. He just kind of gives a smirk.
Well, I at least won't bring up that I know you just yet. Until the actual gifts are given, I won't say from whom.
Of course. Just gather what information you can. And whatever you imagine will be useful for getting the most personal gift for these folks.
Also, do you know a Catwin?
Got a last name?
Shit, do I actually know her last name?
Intelligence.
Yeah, I honestly don't know her last name.
Okay.
Intelligence. It's a stat. Jeez.
That is a... Oh, man, sorry. So many tabs. It's an 18, okay. Well... let me actually go and go ahead and grab that last name. Give me a sec. Also, apparently I accidentally exited roll 20. Oh no.
Oh no.
Her last name would be... Catwayne something. Shit, hang on.
Oz says Orthodosium.
Orothosim, yes.
Orothosim. Catwin Orothosim.
Last name sounds familiar, at the very least.
I
Why do
don't
you
doubt
ask?
you did business. Well, if Omen knew you, he was probably trying to contact you tonight to bargain. He is very, focused on wealth. And, I heard him and Catwin yelling horribly. I could make out small things like snake, traitor, murderer, stuff like that. I can only guess you and her family had done business, and she resents you for it.
I'm afraid information on other clients I like to keep fairly private between them and myself.
Unfortunately, that's all you need to tell me.
Unless you want to pay up for it, but point still stands.
I'll probably find more. Bethel places a single token down.
What for?
What were your dealings with her family? I won't judge. You know I accept you for what you are, Father.
Roll a persuasion
I
check.
just want to know.
And this will probably be one of the last things. Because we're starting to run a bit.
Sorry, I
No, you're good, you're
long.
good.
Sorry.
I had a feeling this would take a bit. 23. 23, okay. Well, to put it quite a long story short, there was a son in the family, I believe, who was quite keen on establishing himself as a Thane in whatever little part of the world of Kith of Nor he was walking around in. And basically asking for influence, asking for power, asking for ways to work his way up the ranks. And he was...
And let me guess. He came to you and couldn't pay.
Indeed. Yeah, racked up quite a few favors with me before everything. Asked for quite a few things he couldn't keep up in the bargain.
Poor son of a bitch.
Indeed. Youthful, arrogant, power hungry.
Can I have their name?
If you must. No, I'll have to, let me grab that name real quick.
Nature's like, fuck, I wasn't thinking we're to bring this story up so quick.
You're good. His name... I believe the kid's name was Branmore, or something like that.
Branmore. Thank you. And again, I don't hate you or your work. I know what my father is. If people deal with you and can't pay, it is unfortunate for them. You are still my father.
And I appreciate that.
Well, I think the dawn is coming, and I have some gifts and condolences to give, so I will let you be.
Next time you see me, get that list. I might be able to...
I'll start writing tomorrow.
Of course. Alright, take care now.
Bye, Dad. And Vetzel is just gonna head out the door. Okay. Now I'm gonna mute, and you can move on to anyone else, because I have to go get lunch.
Alright, yeah, I was gonna say, as you open the door, you wake up the next morning.
Lunch at 8:30 p.m.
Actually, that's a fair point. Yeah, what the hell?
Dinner. Sorry. Dinner.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Alright.
I'm a moron.
You're good. Alright. So, as it took a bit longer than anticipated, but it's fine. The Ferryman's a character. Let me move on things to see what's going on in...
Those arrogant and power definitely sounds familiar. The descriptions the Ferryman had for
oh yeah, that's about the right color. Did you send the Discord?
Also, youthful, arrogant, power hungry sounds like someone we know.
Shush, you heard nothing. Anyway.
I know, this is just theorizing out of character as to why Catwayne might have taken it from Omen and has taken a shine to Omen.
Anyways. So. As you find yourself drifting back off into the realm of sleep, you do enter the dream as per before. However, things seem off. Once again, you are left in this kind of in-between. This place of gray fog peering around you. Not really seeing a ceiling nor floor nor distant wall in this expanse.
Can I cast anything through my sword?
Can you?
I mean, there are the... I'm just wondering if it's possible in this area.
What are you trying to do? I suppose I should ask.
Just the one. Detect magic.
Okay. Ritual casting, I presume.
Oh, with the sword.
Oh, with the sword. Ah, okay, I see. So yeah, you sort of draw blood with the blade across your hand, and then pour it down to the bowl, taking a moment to kind of sense the place. And as the smell of your own blood begins to fill your nostrils, there's a sudden kind of... your senses almost become a bit more acute as your eyes open again, peering out into the dark depths of the voids. the gray expanse forwards. And you sense something. A darker presence. Albeit faint.
I'm going to hold the sword in both my hands and trepidatiously walk towards it, or fly, whichever is more smooth.
Mm-hmm. Either or, you are able to move through this space all the same, and the smell of your own blood slowly begins to be replaced with something more rank, unfortunately. A bit more
Pull up the
desiccated.
bandana.
Okay, pull it up. It's lessened with the covering, but nonetheless you still smell it. As you move further and further in the fog, until you reach... You don't know how long you've been walking, but nonetheless, you find this corpse. This is the only way to describe it. Similar in shape to the previous beast, the being that you had once slain. Similarly, kind of halved in twain, as one seems to be the coalescing, sort of just mass of what's left of it, sort of mixing with the shadows and the mist and the fog. While the other seems like some of the fur is still fresh, and like patches of it are almost still living but emaciated and taut, as if the other half is desperately clinging to what life it has, despite its obvious incapability of movement.
Mm-hmm. What are you?
Despite there not really being eyes in the socket of one, you can still look over to... You can almost feel the presence of it peering over to you. And it takes a moment for the other before the eye just kind of open on the other one, to finally opening to this sort of milky, half kind of blind eye that turns over to you. And you can almost smell the anger. Almost. You can almost feel the blood running through your veins, as if they are hungry, angry, and yet incapable of doing anything to you in this space.
You were the one who hunted me. I merely fought back. Now, why do I keep coming back here?
If they do have the energy to respond, they refuse, and are merely glaring at you, as if eyeing up their next kill.
Does it seem like any sort of, further desecration of the corpse would put it, quote, out of its misery?
Roll just a straight intelligence check. You don't know.
Why don't you just let me leave this place? I've already destroyed you once.
The scent of death, as well as also even just the scent of musk, for lack of a better term, is heavy in the
Wet
air.
dog.
Yeah, effectively. It smells of blood, and it smells of well, you can almost sense, like I said before, there's little to their expression but anger and
Do
the
I still
urge.
have my ballistic supplies on me in this realm?
You reach for your side pockets and you feel all of your equipment on you.
I'm going to slowly back away, make a holy bomb, and throw it at it.
Which one?
Holy.
No, which half? There are the two halves are separate.
Oh, I was thinking in between the two since they are close together.
They're a bit distance apart. You'd have to aim for one or the other, I would have to say. Like one's to the left of you, one's to the right of you.
The one that turned into shadow instead of turning into growth.
Okay. You
in the previous
throw
frame.
it, and there is a bit of a brief kind of flash of radiant light. It's gonna have to turn away from the blast. As you hear the aggravated but desperate howling and writhing from the body before it almost kind of dissipates into shadow.
If the other one is still there, I will prepare another one and throw it.
You see the body twitching? And as you prepare another one, throw it. Similar to the other one, it effectively dissipates upon contact. And as the blinding flash goes off and almost eviscerates the both of them, the black blood that you see upon the ground, or beneath them in this space where they used to lay, begins to pool and coagulate and congregate together into a singular mass. And before you, the blood almost begins to boil before it kind of opens out, as almost as if a sinkhole opened up beneath you, and there is a gust of warm air.
I fly towards the warm air, remembering Vetzel's frantic description.
You fly through, and that leaves you to roll a wisdom save. $18. You pass through into the sudden harsh, but noticeable warmth. Comforting in the way that you actually feel something now, compared to the numbness of before, you realize. And as you pass through into what almost seems to be drifting sands and endless dunes going off into the horizon, you are once again within a realm of sand.
Do I see the white tower that was mentioned?
Roll a perception check. Six. You're looking out at the horizon. It's hazy for some reason. Your mind almost. Your mind almost feels a bit woozy coming out of this place, and you can still kind of smell the presence of death beneath your bandana. As you're looking out, it's almost like.
Apologies for that.
Oh, you're good. It almost feels as if this whole place is a mirage. Looking out, it's hard to see in one direction or the other.
I guess I'll just pick a place and start moving that way.
Okay. And as you begin to move, I'd like you to roll a wisdom save.
If I'd known I'd be rolling so many wisdom saves, I'd have played the cleric.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
we're still in the sequence. Oh.
I know. I just wanted to say, Oz, if you feel things are getting dire, you can have my inspiration, because the dream sequences have not been kind to you. That's all I wanted to say.
Fair enough. Yeah. If a point should come up where a point of inspiration can be used, I will people can unmute to say if they wish to use it.
All right.
I just wanted to say you can have mine, Oz, since
Okay.
I know you
But yes.
haven't been quite fond of the dream sequences.
All right. So, as you begin to move further across the sand, give me a moment. You know what? High or low?
Low.
Okay. Okay. And now... It takes a little while. Or at least, it feels like it takes a while. Even with the hot air of this place, at least what feels like hot air, does help to lift you up and lift your wings up into the sky of this place somewhat to sort of glide over the dunes. It feels like you're not really making much distance, or not sure if you've just crossed the same dune over again, or trying to keep track of any landmarks, of which there are none, almost, as you keep flying. Until eventually, in the distance, and rapidly coming closer, you feel like you should have seen it before now. A massive stone pillar, almost jutting out of the sand as this massive outcropping. The only, like, a landmark anywhere in this place that provides some ample shades.
Yeah, flying down to it.
Mm-hmm. And you fly down, and on the face of it, you see a script of some kind. I don't believe you are able to read it. Let me double check.
No, but I do believe that I have seen it and heard what it means before.
You start looking it over. Roll an investigation check.
If it is the same one that Vetzel saw.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, you did a few. 11.
Oh, I clicked it once. It must have just duplicated my click.
That's weird. Either way, I'll take the first. Unless anyone wishes to use a point of inspiration to change it.
It's up to you, Oz.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, reroll.
Thank you. Let's just try. Like that?
12. It looks familiar, though it does look different. Or at least whether it's different or there's more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could recognize at least some of the shapes based on what Vetzel's scrawlings were on the page. But yeah, it looks slightly familiar, albeit different. And maybe
I'm
almost
going to
longer.
attempt to memorize it in order to write it down on one of the sheets in the tent that Omen and Catwayne are in the morning.
Do you have a piece of writing utensils?
I technically have the map.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have a writing utensil and like something to write down on?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I'll say for this, roll a dexterity check to see how capable you are, now that you can at least, like, recognize what are symbols and what are just, scratchings on this pedestal.
Dirty 20.
Soft 20. Okay. It takes a moment as you start scribbling. And you're at least able to mark down the symbols enough as the longer and longer you stay in this place, the more your vision continues to get blurry. The heat of this place you almost feel like the beginning stages of heat stroke, as you feel your body getting weaker, your throat getting drier, as you get the feeling there's only so long you can stay in this place, even in the shade.
Mm-hmm. Once that occurs, I guess I'll just sit in the shade and wait it out.
Okay. As you do so, eventually your vision slowly but surely begins to fade, and you drift off into dreamless rest before awakening once more. So, the rest of the party is awoken. It is now the dawn of the 11th, I believe, as the party wakes up along with a few of their compatriots.
Yeah, Vettel immediately tries to find Gregor.
Okay.
I actually want to look to see how Kathleen is sleeping. If she is either awake first or still sleeping.
Cat, you know what? High or low?
High.
She's still sleeping. However, she is still in the same position as she was last night. She has not moved.
Okay. Fuck.
Once Puck wakes, Wit is going to bring the script to him.
Okay. All right.
Never mind.
Okay.
I won't do that.
I want to find Gregor when I'm able to.
Okay. We'll start with Gregor. And everything going. Eventually, yeah, it doesn't take too long for you to find Gregor, as a few people are slowly beginning to wake up this morning. He is sitting by the fire, just kind of like half yawning. But like he is a little bit tired, but he is still a little concerned seeing a few of the other orcs nearby currently chatting amongst themselves, as it seems they've currently are roasting which you think is a squirrel, currently over the fire.
Vetzel kind of like slithers up and goes, "Hey, champ."
Good morning. I presume these are your friends? As he kind of gestures over to the group.
Yes, I speak their tongue limited. They're not hostile, and they seem to not trust the pirates, so hopefully an ally.
It's still not working. God damn it, sorry.
Also, you know that coffee you owe me?
Oh, yes?
I think you're gonna have to make that a double shot. And he just kind of hands him the 2 potions.
Oh my... It takes him a moment to process what you put into his lap. As he just... How did you get these?
As my dad always liked to say, I've got friends on the other side. Consider it a gift.
Well, I guess I can't really complain, but thank you.
Those are good for 2 months. Keep them safe and don't lose them.
I'm aware, yes. He kind of just sits up for a moment, setting the bottles down before just reaching to give you a hug.
Vetzel smiles and hugs him back.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Well, I can tell you how much it means to me. 10 witch coin.
10 witch coins?
Oh, some of the cultists had this old currency I used back home. Hell, if I find enough, I can find a cure for you.
Kind of straightens up for a minute before looking at you. He's gonna insight you.
Ooh, insight. What am I hiding?
I'll say basically this would be deception to see like he's trying to insight if there's anything further like possibly sinister and nefarious behind it, or like there's particular things,
or like maybe someone cared about him and contacted their friend about it.
Yeah. Do I roll?
Right. Like basically it's like trying to insight how much of a hidden meaning is there behind this, and should he's trying to insight you to see if you should be worried.
Okay. Do I roll anything?
Yeah, deception. You're trying to hide any sort of intentions behind your words. trying not to insinuate pardon if there's anything behind it. 9. And he rolled dog shit. Okay. That is a 3. So as he turns, well, either way, thank you. As he just takes these, I will. When did I last take one? Oh, good morning. Kind of looking over to see Wit as you're coming out of the
that
tent.
is fully out of character because I am surprised Bethel didn't mention anything about
Anyway,
What was I mentioning?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Lost.
Anyway,
I'm lost like my snake boy. What did I do?
Don't worry about it. Anyways,
the conversation that had originally led to.
Anyways, as the
I'm lost. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Anyway, as the dawn arises and the rest of the party begins to stir from their rests,
And nudge Catwayne awake.
Catwayne does eventually just morning.
Hello.
Hope you had a good sleep.
I guess you can call it that. Yeah.
Well, hope you at least had a good dreamless sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right,
yeah.
that's good to hear. And she just walks out.
You know, it's kind of like Omen's basically like look around at the little tent before like he starts punching the air.
Okay, yeah, you start punching like fucking.
Tantrum.
Also, hang on, it is no longer nighttime. I can make things a little bit brighter around here.
Oh,
It's a
also,
deep sigh, like fixes his hair before going out.
Also, I do go over to Wit, and I start asking them very polarizing questions as I start writing things down.
Okay.
I ask them name, race, interest, and profession. Vetzel looks very innocent while he does this because he generally thinks there's nothing wrong with this. He doesn't see anything wrong with this situation.
You know, I'm gonna backburner while you're so casually asking me this and show you this. And he pulls out that script.
Oh shit! That is the same as me. I wonder if it says the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Puck, but
yeah,
oh,
I will say Vetzel. As you look at it, it does look slightly different.
I don't think it says the same thing as my thing, but cool. Anyway, questionnaire, and he just pulls out his thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Puck, do you think you could take a look at this for me?
Oh, yeah.
And then can you tell me your name, race, and interests?
You know my name and my lineage.
Right. I can fill that out for you. Which...
Okay. Let's see.
Interests and profession.
Fluctuating and unstable.
Go on for gift ideas. You know what? I'll freeball what I know about you. Just okay. Fighter doesn't know what they like. Possibly likes teddy bears.
What are they doing?
Oh, that. Who? Sorry.
The orcs. The
orcs.
We
They
in
are
general could
currently
definitely use something to be able to heal ourselves.
Yeah. You
Very
see.
limited in spells.
Pardon. You do see Omen looking over the orcs. Looks like at least one of them is currently roasting. Looks like you think is a squirrel. Currently over the fire. And getting ready to like start serving at least some of it to other people. While a few other people seem to be like eating like small bits of food and rations. As the orc woman, actually, the purple orc lady that you first talked to, is looks like they're drawing something in the sands, and like trying to mark out certain things.
You just see a sudden snake walk up to you. What is your name, race, likes, and career choice.
What is this? An interview to become a guard? Okay, this is something out of the blue. Why don't you go ahead and ask Puck? I need to check on something. And then he's just slowly gonna walk away towards the orc woman.
Okay.
Betzel just mumbles to himself, is like, why is getting gifts so hard?
Yeah, you usually have control over your token.
Yep, still can't see the map. That's unfortunate. I just checked.
Maybe it's because of the lighting.
Maybe that would suck. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you come over. Catween's also there. As you look over to the orc woman, as she's drawing something in the sand. As you do approach.
I approach and analyze what she is doing in the sand. Like, can I interpret on what is it?
Yeah. As you start walking up to her, she kind of the ear kind of perks up before she looks over. Just and she gestures with her hand like come over, before pointing at the ground.
Look at it.
You look down at it. It looks to be a drawing of a creature of some kind. It has 4 legs, a body, of course. You see 3 prongs coming out of like where the head is, like whether it's like horns or something. 2 long like flowy things also coming off of the head with like little like feathery bits coming off. And then it also has a tail, that has like kind of like looks like little spiky bits. And then she looks up and just and she grabs like a piece of rope at her side and kind of like pulls it taut. And is like kind of like gesturing down at it and like gesturing like kind of tugging at the rope.
Capture. Or kill.
Beast of Burden.
Wait.
Yeah.
She kind of gestures like come over.
I join them.
Okay.
After giving Puck the piece of paper I scrawled on with my chalk.
Yeah, takes a little bit as you. We'll get to Puck in a minute. As she gestures like back down at the drawing and then tugs with the rope again, like capture.
He makes a motion with his hand over top of it, like capture, like a trap, almost look like.
Yeah, nods. And like she kind of gestures with her fingers, like walking, hunt, hurts, gesturing to some of the orcs, and then kind of like gestures like almost like snapping something in half, like broken, and then reaches into the pouch and pulls out the breastplate, and like a few of the other broken pieces.
Wit turns to his companions. I think they're trying to say that that's what broke their stuff and got them all worn down.
Great, another thing we have to kill. Wonderful.
He grabs a stick and draws he draws like a skull near it and then a question mark, as in like dead.
She shakes her head no, and then gestures with the rope again.
Wait, ask him how big it is.
He's going to like have it motion with his hands, like a small area between and a large area between.
She mutters kind of back and forth, talking with a few of them, and one of them kind of gestures like a bit with their arms, like it's pretty big. Presumably, it's a large creature of some kind.
He points to the wombat.
For measure.
He points to the wombat and then puts like a hand above his head.
She kind of gestures like she brings the hand up to your like where yours is, but kind of shortens it down a bit like to her shoulder, a little bit. But then she kind of gestures with her arms and like wide.
Is a wide bitch.
So he puts one hand under the other and does like a short motion, but then he does a wide motion as well and tilts his head.
She like kind of nods, yeah. Big, like she gestures like big. Oops, sorry. and then like kind of gestures like look like with the body, and then like to the armor, kind of tapping on it like ting ting ting.
He'll pull out the map
Hold on,
and
hold
sort of
on.
tilt his head to
Why
see
do
if
we
he
have
can
to
have
like this?
an idea of where it is.
Oh, sorry, what was that, Whit?
I said he'll pull out the map that he made and put it down and sort of tilt his head and point like in areas, so like gesturing to have to point to where it is.
She kind of ponders for a minute, and then once again kind of turns us to talk aside with a couple of the orcs before kind of gesturing out again, and like gingerly takes a bit of a piece of charcoal from the fire from last night, like near the edge, and then kind of starts like making marks on the page. And we'll go back to the big map.
Big map.
And she kind of looks like, looking at it before, like, marking a bit with charcoal around, like, here.
Okay.
But also kind of marks, like other spots, like boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. Whit will gesture generally to his group and then do a sort of hand clasping motion, like a handshake or a help, trying to say, we'll help.
She nods. But she referenced back like and then like fix, and then pulls back out the armor and broken weapons.
I know someone who can
He
do this.
he draws a few suns in the sand as if to show time, that it will take time.
That's a bit more of a. I'll say roll an intelligence check to see if you're able to convey
Like
that
That's
one.
an hour.
Yeah, that's a bit of a trickier one to convey easily.
Yeah, it like sun moon, sun moon, sun moon, and then line below them, and then like sort of anvil sort of thing.
I'll have.
You could point to the sun and then point lower to say it'll take time. That'll be easier.
I'll still put it up to an intelligence check. Won't be a super high DC, but just like, how easy is it for you to convey the concept? Okay, I guess apparently it's easier than I thought. All right, I'll have a roll as well.
One thing Wit's good at is being smart.
It takes a little bit before like she just is like, oh okay, like she nods her head like, okay, I get it. Before she just kind of nods like, okay. And then she just dumps all of the broken bits of metal and shit out. And like looking at the stuff, as she puts it in front of you, I'll say roll an investigation check if you want to like inspect it now in the daylight.
He just knows it's going to take a while for. You said investigation.
16.
It'll be. He knows that he can't convey that he needs to relearn the spell that he used to fix his sword like easily, but that it will take time is a very easy way to portray it.
Okay. Meanwhile, back with Puck. I'll come back to this in a moment. As you are awoken and then just kind of shoved a chalk drawing in your face from from Wit in that whole conversation. I presume you try to read it over?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Give me a moment to get you the translation.
Let's go.
Wait, this is he reads Celestial, right?
Yeah, and it is in Celestial.
Wow.
That seems to be the language of the dream place.
Oh, kind of like the first time. Like the first time as well.
Yeah, because it's the same-ish symbol as what Vetzel saw.
Gotcha. But this one's a little bit more different.
It's a tiny bit different.
If we really wanted to, we could probably go back to the old base camp and read it off the tent.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I still have it in like on like a leaf I wrote on. I have a few leaves it's written on.
Oh, that's like a long time ago when we wrote the thingy on the wall in our little hut.
It was like
had a Wit
it was
moment.
like 4 days ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
been like
there has not been a lot of time in this campaign.
Yeah.
It's been like a week.
It's been like a week.
Oh
Got to this
man.
island like just a week. And then just me going, man, it's been so long since we've done that. But boy, we did that like 2 months
That was
ago.
3 days ago.
To be fair,
Yes.
the session that it happened in was at least a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've not been here like a month. We've been here like weeks.
Also, Puck. While nature gets the translations, as you're reading, you have this very happy-looking snack walk up to you and go, name, class, likes, stuff like that.
Well, I'm Puck. I'm a sorcerer. What else did you want?
Race and likes.
Oh, I am a half elf, and I like you. I like my friends.
That is so. It is so hard trying to find gift ideas. I'm
So
trying
what?
to find gift ideas. Oh, I talked to Dad, and I said, "Can I get gifts for friends?" And he said, "I need information, like written stuff." So I'm trying to ask everyone basic information, but they all seem really weird about it.
Wit did mention healing of some sort.
Oh, right, healing. Yeah, Vettel does write healing for Wit.
And that also coincides with Puck's likes. He likes his friends alive, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
His friends alive.
I know healing is like big thing, but there's like sports, plants, people. Do
Well,
you partake in the horizontal mambo, and if so, of what type?
God, now I'm just
I don't-
imagining Puck sitting in a group of people watching football, not because he likes football, but because he likes spending time with the people that are watching the football.
Yeah,
Oh, that's adorable.
Puck is the type to go to the tailgate but not understand what a goal means.
well, I haven't really done a whole lot of gift giving myself. But usually I try to give gifts to my friends that I know they'll like. So that usually tends to be nuts and berries and fruits, but that's kind of all I know. I'm not sure if that would be a good one for me or anyone else, but I don't really know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's just surprisingly hard to give gifts.
Well, if you figure it out, let me know. I'd love to get a bunch of gifts for everyone.
Great. You figure out this, and if you hear Catwin about to kill me, please intervene. And he's gonna go over to Catwin.
I'll do my best.
But we can let Mitchum know what the translation is if nature has returned.
Yeah, I see nature like writing in the books on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hang on. This is a bit of a long one.
Oh, it's a long one. I got you.
Mm-hmm. This is
boy.
a bit long. This is much longer than the other one. Where the other one was one sentence. This is several.
Several. Oh wait, you got some more text basically in your dream.
Or complicated background.
Yeah. Nature, if you want, while you're writing, I can talk to.
Yeah, you guys can talk amongst
Catwin.
yourselves.
I would like to find Catwin and ask for a private moment with her.
Yeah, take Catwin aside.
Catwin, I heard you and Omen arguing last night.
Does copy paste work for this?
Technically, yes. However, this is a very particular way I'm trying to write this. Hang on. Actually, I think did I get it? Hold on. I'll get back to you on the Catwin thing. Okay. Now, translating this to common is a bit weird, and you're the best.
It's like writing in an accent.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a literal translation in certain parts, though it is a bit finicky. Though weirdly, it does rhyme, kind of. Okay. The full length
I love
is...
that Puck is explaining this.
Yeah.
Those are the exact words he uses.
So, Puck, you read off. This is based on what's on the pillar. When the wild hunt comes and the wolf converges, the maiden and scholar shall bleed. Open your mind, seek ruby and ivory, and give enlightenment to the two-headed seed.
All right, and yeah, I definitely will like kind of walk over and either read that off or get ready to read that off.
Mm-hmm.
To Wit.
If I need to repeat it, I can. But
I got it copied. I'm just getting it in my notes.
I don't like how much wolf shit is in this.
Is Puck saying this into the whole group?
I'm gonna.
Okay. You haven't
hold on.
there. Okay, my bad.
Yep,
My bad.
it's in the chat. I can read off again.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Okay.
That can be read as a limerick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of walk over up to Wit.
You see why I had to write it particular.
And
When
I'm
the
just gonna kind of
comes and wolf converges, the maiden and scholar shall bleed. Open your mind, seek ruby and ivory, and give enlightenment to the two-headed seed.
Yeah, that's it.
Can you tell I've done Shakespeare before?
No.
Casually speaks in iambic pentameter. Can you tell I've done Shakespeare before?
Yeah, I have not taken a drama class. Anyway. But yes, that is what it reads.
And I'll give the letter back to Wit.
Meanwhile, yeah, we'll go over to Catway and Vetzel, and then we'll go back to excuse me.
I'm sorry, I'm very talkative.
You're fine. And then going back to Omen and Orcs. All right. So, what was I doing? Oh, it was Witten Orcs. Something. Anyway. Also, why did it stop playing? But yeah, as you pull Catwayne aside to the conversation. Sorry, what was the question again?
I heard arguing last night.
Right. It was a bit of a personal conversation between Omen and I. And unfortunately, with all due respect, still waking up this morning. While I appreciate the concern, it is something I would rather not talk about.
Vetzel simply says, "Then I won't force you. Although I can at least tell you this. And please don't freak out that I know this, but I hope you want to know. Branimir rests in peace."
The head slowly begins to turn. What did you just say?
Oh.
Your brother. He's resting in peace. He's not in pain.
You can roll an insight check.
What level of fury have I awakened?
You know what? Oh, there aside.
She can't hide in it. Yep, that's a 5, but you still roll higher. She, at the mention of that particular phrase, she looks pissed.
Yep.
Where in the 9 fucking hells did you hear that lie?
I heard it from my father.
And who is your father, if you don't mind me asking?
The very men that took him from you.
You see her process this information.
And
your father.
I believe I am the source of why you were arguing with Owen last night.
Nope, yep, that checks out. That explains a few things. Your father.
Yes.
She's inciting you. Roll persuasion.
What am I persuading?
To get her to believe you.
Oh, it's such a fucking amazement thing. She doesn't believe it's real. Oh, that's funny.
Okay. 19. You're not lying. He's... No. She, like... she just grabs the fire stick that she had. Like, she just kind of, like, idly took it with her, and she just, like, chucks it in the fucking woods. Like, chucks it up the fucking hill. You don't know how badly I want to kill you.
Vetzel very closely places a dagger in her hands and holds it up to his neck. Like, physically holds her wrists up to his neck. If you wish for my blood, you can have it. I won't argue what he has done is horrible. But I won't argue I've seen it. As much as I am sorry he has taken you from you, I am sorry he is also my father. And I can't hate him for that. I know what you were arguing about, the spreading, the hunger of power. And I am sorry I am the root cause of it. If you wish to kill me now, you can. Or you can sell me to the marionettes, whatever you want. I'm just telling you it won't bring your brother back. But knowing him and his work, he now rests in peace. My father is evil. He does a lot of bad things. But he lets the dead rest. Your brother is watching over you. And he's very proud of his sister. If you wish for my blood, take it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Swear to God, if that doesn't have inspiration. Have
23.
Yeah. If it didn't pass after that speech, I was.
Vetzel is not flinching at all. He is very serious about this.
You didn't let me finish. I desperately want to kill you. But I won't. And she takes the knife and just throws it to the dirt. I know you believe all that, and some of the things that you said are true. But I know for a damn fact that he is not resting peacefully.
Regardless, he is very proud of what his sister has become. I know I would be.
No, you do not understand. The ferryman does not let people rest peacefully. Not him. I don't know what lie that man had whispered into your ear, and that he is your guardian. I'm sorry for... Oh! 1 second. Oh, give me a second.
Bethel's such a fucking drama queen in every fucking session. If he's not depressed, he's such a kind person.
I think that was the first time I've actually experienced a Vetzel speech.
Yeah.
Properly.
There was a big one in the first session that
made Sorry
everyone
about that.
realize.
my mom heard me shouting and thought there was something wrong.
There were the times that he and Wit talked to each other, but that was a hell of a speech.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's get back into it. Yes. I know for a fact that he is not resting peacefully. I do not know what lies that your guardian had fed you. And the fact that he is even your guardian, I am sorry that you went through that. But you remember whom I worship? I believe I mentioned this several times. I hope you'll remember now. Ed Gallen. Saint Ed Gallen. The particular man involved with sending souls off to the afterlife to live in peace. And wherever my brother was meant to go, he didn't end there. That I know for a fact. So wherever he went, he ain't up in the heavens. And I hope, and I don't think he's in the hells. He was a misguided, naive. He wanted many things. With good intentions.
Power, mostly.
Yes, power, but he wanted power to get our family out of the shit we were in. There was a reason. He did the wrong things for the right reasons. He wasn't a bad kid. As much as he was misguided and got wrapped up in shit he shouldn't have. But that road he went down damned his soul to wherever the hell it went. And my bet, as much as I can't prove it, is that somewhere wrapped around one of his damn fingers, or in whatever place he keeps them, or pawns them, or whatever the fuck he does with them. Those souls that work for the ferryman that can't pay up, got too many favors under their name, they disappear. No sign of them being dead, no sign of them being alive. Try to contact them, even beyond the grave. Nothing. Can't even talk to my brother.
Betzel kind of gently holds her hands. Catherine, I am sorry. I wish I could tell you I sympathize with you, but unfortunately, I am a prisoner of my own raising. As much as you hurt, I wish I could sympathize with you, but I am a product of the very man that took them. But I will tell you this. I will try, at least, to send your brother to heaven, to the afterlife. I know my father. I know how he works. And I know the limits of my own debt. I won't force my debt on anyone else. In fact, if it comes to it, you have my every permission to give me to the marionettes. If it means saving you, or my friends, or your brother. If you would sell me to them, I wouldn't be upset.
Puts up a hand. And I'm also, as part of this, I'm going to have you roll a persuasion check as this goes on. Another one.
I love that this isn't persuasion of Vetzel lying to her. It's literally so she can believe it.
No, not even just that. It's for a few things. persuasion's more than just that. Oof.
Well,
Does anyone wish to use a point of inspiration on that?
Omen?
That's perception.
Oh, yeah, you did roll perception.
God damn it.
Good save. Thank you for
right
catching
next
that,
to
because
each-
I almost didn't. I'll let you reroll.
I'm an idiot.
19. Tell me this. What do you think defines someone more? Who they were raised by? Or who they choose to be?
Sadly, I'm still trying to figure that out. And I don't think you'd like the current reason I can give you.
No, I don't blame you. As much as I hate...
Catherine.
Yes?
I will try and free your brother, just so he can rest. I know what the types of deals to strike. I know when my death ends. If you want to punch me, kill me, slice me up and take my blood for whatever ritual, I wouldn't be mad.
No. I can't, and I wouldn't take that from you.
That makes you better than him. I just wish I could be more sympathetic or try and help you more. But I will at least try and get your brother's spirit to rest. And
Listen
I
to me
only
about this.
ask.
You say that you can't, yet you wish to be. That wanting, that awareness that something is wrong, and wanting to come out of it, that says more than enough to me. And I thank you.
I only ask you one thing, Catherine.
Yes.
Don't stop. There's nothing worth saving.
Oh, I never will, lad. Not for one night. And I appreciate the sentiment about trying to get him back, but I'm pretty damn certain that the only way you'd be able to get him back is putting the ferryman 6 feet under.
I'll ask. See what I can do. It's just a debt. It's not something I can't handle. My only ask is that you don't interfere. I won't be mad at you for being mad at others.
It's not
Catherine, just ask you let me hold on to the one thing I have. I know you hate him. And I know for me to say he is my father pains you. I am a bird in a cage, Catherine. And the key is very long gone. Whatever I have to do, I don't want you to interfere. This is my life. I am the one thing, the one chip people have against me. I only wish to know I won't be a burden on others. If you see me falling down that hole, Catherine, know it is to help. And know not to stop me. After all, I'm a whore with magic powers. Nothing more. Nothing less. And certainly not worth more people suffering. Whatever confidence, whatever deal I make, whatever I do, it is to help, or for myself, not for anyone else to decide.
I'll have you roll.
I only hope you understand that.
Oh, sorry. Go. Okay.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I almost cut you off at the end there.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, I will have you roll one final persuasion check.
Okay. I do want to use inspiration on that, because this is like a heartfelt moment.
Okay, then I will take that 22. Catwayne... She kind of ponders for a minute before reaching in to between. So we look for a minute, like she's reaching in between her boobs, which is like, wait, what is she doing? Before she pulls out a coin, the coin, very similar to the one that you have for your own. You say the key is lost, and you have nothing left. But that just means we need to forge a new one, don't we?
And I am sorry I am a living monument to his sins.
That ain't your fault. Nor should it be your burden.
What do you want me to do with this?
I want you to find a new family. Not with this, per se, but if you need to go in there, and you need someone to be there with you, I'll go.
You know I have to give this back. It'll find him one way or another.
I suppose. But until then, whenever you need to talk to him, I'll be there with you. Make sure
That's
you
a
don't
kind of like.
off.
That's a kind of like smiles and goes, "You're a good person, Catwood. You don't deserve the life you have. None of us do."
Wetzel, you have the makings to be a much better person than you think you can. And I don't want to see that wasted in anyone else.
And then I will hold on to this until he shows he's ready for this burden. For now, I think it'll do him well to avoid talking to my father. Let his head
Yes.
clear.
You
And
need to find yourself.
Catwin,
Hmm?
I hope you're right. I hope one day this bird can fly. And I hope you're there, getting a bit of the star shine that shines off.
Well, at least I'm familiar with someone who has a pair of wings already. That should help.
Catwin,
Aye.
I will try and get your brother free. If I'm not successful, I will still try.
And that's more than I could ever dream. Thank you. At this point, you start hearing some some loud kind of voices in Orcish. Looks like they're starting to pull up things and get camp set up. Guess our bit of a sub story is starting to run short, ain't we?
I'm just
Didn't
glad I
realize
could talk to you about this.
didn't realize the waves were so high. I feel like I'm got sea spray in my face.
We should head back.
Decides to go ahead and clap at everyone. All right. Head count. Okay, let's see if everyone's here. Okay. Do we have everyone?
Someone at this point's finally waking up.
Yeah, and Vettel eventually like slithers back, leaving like Catwin a little few minutes to think before she heads back too.
Okay, so meanwhile, with the rest of the camp, as everyone's getting ready,
Meanwhile,
so,
in our universe.
So Wit and the rest of the group, as you're kind of talking back and forth, looking at the armor, like looking at the metal in particular, as people are preparing things, you actually see some of the orcs grabbing like sharpened stones and whatnot, with like long wooden stakes to like basically start carving new spears, and stuff like that. Clearly getting ready for whatever is ahead. This is weird. Looking at the particular the armor, you notice this pretty well with the big surface area. And looking at the two plates of what this chest plate used to be. First off, as you note before, it is it's a pretty safe bet that it's some form of like copper gold alloy. Of some kind, which on its own has certain properties. However, it is also very popularly used for like gold, copper, other stuff like that. It's often used for enchanting magic items, though this doesn't seem magical. However, that also part of the reason why you clearly see it is very heavily oxidized on the surface.
Minecraft has taught me gold would not be good armor.
Indeed. Though it is something. Though you're not sure what other forms of metal are on the island. It does seem surprisingly durable, though. At least looking at it. And kind of feeling it. Like, you can't really bend it as hard as you think you would be able to.
Sorry.
There you go. However, looking at where they used to fasten, it looks almost like there are patches in it that it looks like it eroded holes, particularly in the back piece of the chest plate. But also it looks like the metal fastens that either welded or combine these two pieces together. That's where the weakest link was that just caused it to fall apart.
So I could possibly find a piece of thick vine or a thin piece of leather to just
theoretically,
weave them back together.
Yeah. Theoretically, though, the back plate is still a bit like you go to kind of adjust some pieces, and a bit of it kind of like that oxidized piece kind of snaps off. So parts of it you might be able to basically remelt back down and make into something else. Putting it back together, mending might be able to fix some of it, but that's a bit of a tricky one. Outside that, looking similarly to the various other weapons, other new Arcaster swords, they're made of more iron, and other things. Yeah, similar to the others, it's oxidized, there's a thick coating of rust, that with parts of it almost seemingly ate away at.
And the other thing is, Wit doesn't know when he's going to be able to relearn mending.
Yeah. Oops.
In my experience, mending is used once in a very niche time in every campaign. And I had that one niche time.
I'm sorry, you're out in a survival scenario where it's hard to buy new shit, and things have to be either repaired or made new.
Yeah. Can Vetzel go up to...
My previous experience clouded my judgment.
You're good.
You go ahead.
You go first. You go first.
Okay. Can Vetzel go up to the orc woman and try and weasel together the sentence, "I can't wait to watch you hunt. I hear orcs are great hunters. It's an honor to watch you work."
I'll say you work with Wit to help string that together as best you can.
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
Do you want me to roll intelligence?
Let me go grab some music.
I actually have a +4 to charisma.
Oh, I don't have a +2 charisma, but I do have a +2 intelligence. Is what I was wondering.
I have a +3 in intelligence.
Smart lad.
Shouldn't that have gone into your con?
Yeah, I know.
It should have.
All right, look, hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight's 2020. I should have read the fucking document and said it's a tank class. That would have been helpful.
Hey, it's fine.
Isn't the first line on Murder? They use their health. They something about using their health points for spells.
Something like that. Anyway,
do you want me to roll the thing?
Charisma. Oh boy. Hang on.
Am I gonna say some stupid shit like watching you fight will be hot?
You know what? I'll have her roll. She
understands the
She
snake
looks
boy.
a bit confused before she just kind of Like, she doesn't know what to make of you. Like, she's just kind of eyeing you up
Did
and down.
I legit say watching you fight will be hot?
She's like looking you up and down as if she's like assessing something before she just kind of shakes her head like, nah. Just keeps walking.
Like, I think my orc's a bit rusty.
By the way, Vetzel, like, throughout, as all this is happening, Vetzel's, like, trying to scribble out as much of the notes as he can on the party, since not everyone is keen on giving the questionnaire.
Speaking of conversations, Omen, yes.
I go ahead and approach Puck. Hey there, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, so you got that new thingy, right? The piece of cloth? The thingy? The one that you write? Oh no, not write, translate, right?
Oh, I gave that back to Wit. Yeah, I already read through it.
Hey, that's cool, that's cool. Hey, can you hear me out for a second?
Yeah, sure. What's up? What's going on?
Okay, so, you saw the did Puck saw the drawing of the orc woman? The one that she was drawing?
I don't think I walked. You're talking about this morning?
Yeah. The one that is the one that the orc woman was drawing, like the creature.
No, I wasn't. I didn't walk over there when she was drawing it.
Okay. So there's this. Well, the orc woman there. I point to the orc woman. She began to draw this creature. Her and Wit, well, try to like communicate with one another. From what I can tell, with their movement and stuff like that, I think it's going to be a big creature.
Okay.
Do you perhaps have any spells that you can prepare if they ever go ahead and encounter that thing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything in particular for big thing, but I've always got stuff ready. We could do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the other point. I need to convince everyone to avoid that area. There's this part where, in the map, the orc woman decided to go ahead and chalk down on where the thing is. But I want to convince everyone that we should skip past that, go back to the village, resupply there, and then go back and hunt the thing. Because right now, I point over to where Wit is looking at all the broken shit, the armor, the swords. Mm-hmm. We're a little bit of, I guess you could say, unprepared.
Okay, yeah. We could do that. What do you wanna grab back at camp?
Well, no, it's not going to be our camp. It's going to be their camp. I point to the orcs. We're going to be going to the orc tribe first. And then right after that, we resupply there, gather some materials, probably fix their gear, and then that's when we go ahead and hunt down the beasts.
Okay, yeah, sure. That sounds like a good idea to me. And he kind of looks in his bag and sees that he only has 2 rations left.
I just need someone to vouch with me in this one.
Yeah, sure. I got your back. I mean, we've got to hear everyone out, but I got you. I think that's a great idea, Omen.
So I go ahead and walk with Puck and then try to grab everyone's attention. Hey, guys, listen up.
Yeah. Listen up, everyone. Listen up.
Everyone's heads turn. The orcs look a bit confused as looks like they're starting to hitch equipment back onto the very large, like marsupial creature.
When they look towards Wit's gonna point to his ears if they can see him.
Oh, okay. I go
Vetzel is listening,
put
but he's
2
still
hands.
writing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I put 2 hands up and then try to grab both Wit and Vetzel, considering they're going to be the one who's doing the translation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the orc woman walks her way up.
Puck is pacing back and forth behind Omen, like kind of like a hype man almost.
Yeah, what? Okay. Yeah, tell him.
Punk is best
yo,
hype
my
man.
boy about to spit some facts. Hit him up,
Hey,
big dog.
hey. What's going on?
So, with your guys are the one who's able to at least be able to talk to the orcs, right? To communicate.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
successfully told them I'm a prostitute. They're still there.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? I think we should go ahead and skip over hunting that beast down to where they pointed at the map. I suggest that we go ahead and tell them that we are going to be going to their camp first.
Going to
Now
the
the main
camp
reason
first.
Okay.
now the main
I
reason
presume you're
why
translating this to the woman as best you
I'm
can.
saying this at common. I'm saying this at
Well,
common
sorry,
first
sorry,
before
clarify.
they go.
Wit. I presume you're translating this trying to translate this as best you can to the woman.
Yeah, he was planning on dragging his finger from there to there, and then putting up one, and then dragging his finger from there to there, and then putting up two.
She
Wetzel's gonna give the help action.
Questioning what?
She shakes her head no, and like she kind of ponders for a minute, like she's trying to process how to say this. She holds out her arms like upward as if like giving or offering. And then just points down back at the picture of the animal in the sand, and then kind of gestures like she's like gesturing like how do I gesture this? Like puts a hand above her.
Oh, I think I understand what they're trying to say.
Can you tell us?
He
what they're
points at
trying
his
to say?
wings and tilts his head, sort of like, does it fly?
Like she looks down at the rings before she kind of like does a double take, like confused, like she didn't notice those before. Before she's kind of curious, like what? Like not sure.
No, wait. I think I understand. From what I can tell, this monster they've been trying to catch. I assume the pirates agreed to help them. The pirates are dead. We help them catch this thing, bring it to the orc tribe, and it is like offering. Boom! Friendship!
Yeah. Wit's gonna put his hand over his stomach like he's hungry, and then like pinch his fingers together like little food.
She nods as if like yes, like that can be done. But she gestures like does the thing up with the give motion, points back at the village on the map, and then points back at the smudge on the map. Like
Yes.
I go over and look at Puck. And says, "I think I may have this wrong."
Can Wetzel talk to the orc lady?
what was that?
Can Wetzel like try and ask, just be like, capture beast offer? Just like very simple words.
She nods. It takes a moment before she's like trying to gesture like. I'll say roll an intelligence check from Wit because you're the most used to translating for her.
So far.
Actually, this would be insight. This would be insight to try to read her fucking charades.
Oh, nature.
I'm sorry.
What? I have a +1 to insight.
7. Give to high. What the fuck are they like? It's as much as it's been gathered before of like, okay, they're trying to capture this thing to give to something to someone.
Oh, wait, I think I get it.
Wit's going to say the word that the Hashaka said for Arachne when giving him his touches.
She looks confused.
Yeah. Wait, I think I get it. This is like, prayer. It is beast, offering to God. And, since Wetzel can Wetzel made out offering capture beast, he's going to ask offer high, like offer on high.
She seems like okay, like she seems like she's getting a bit frustrated before she walks back over, grabs the other dude purple orc, and like says like what the fuck is happening? See, As he she's like sits there, kind of gestures to him back at the village, and then like up again, like over him.
Yes, over him. Got him. Okay. So we need to get this thing first. Offer
Leader.
it to on high.
Leader.
No. I think God.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
like hunting God. No,
I love this language barrier. I love.
Wait, guys, what if they just want to try and get high?
No.
God, I love D&D.
The worst part,
like,
but the worst
leader
part of this
or-
scenario, all my are just looking at both Betzel and
I just
Whit
wanna say
fighting
for the
over each other.
Sorry, I just want to say for the record, I fucking love you guys.
Yeah, Vetzel is very like hyper, and he's like, guys, it's very obvious. We have to capture this thing. They take it to their village, offer it to their leader or God, and it's like offering. It's
She
like
just
holy offering.
at this point the
like
orc just
spiritual
shakes.
offering.
The orc lady just shakes her head, grabs her spear, and just follow. She just starts walking.
We
Follow
go.
her. Vetzel like
Go.
follows.
Omen, you were right.
I wish I was, but I feel like it isn't.
Is there anything else the party wishes to
Let's
do
go.
before they depart?
Everyone fill your
Look
water
for-
skins.
We need to look for refill water skins. Look for food on the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can
Before
Vetzel go?
before I
real
leave,
quick.
I leave, let's just eat and drink in here in this spot.
yeah,
That way our
there
rations.
is. Yeah, the orcs had some food that they were able to offer.
Vetzel does want to go. He talks to Gregor and tells him basically keep the camp safe. Like stay safe.
Oh wait, are
do
we
stuff
gonna
like that.
leave?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Leave?
Sorry, that's something I thought was implied. Is everyone? Are we taking everyone along with us? Or are we keeping people behind at the campsite?
I was going to take Elven Boy for backup.
Oh my God.
Fucking
I do
course
think
you
it
were.
Really
Yeah,
no. Okay,
Um,
if you can take Elven Boy, then I'll take Catwayne then.
Mm-hmm. I'll
I'm not
say.
stopping
I think
you.
it
I'll
might
say
be a good
currently,
idea to have people.
So far,
remain.
with the party, you'll be able to take a maximum of 5, like, total companions.
Oh no, we can't bring him because the orcs are gonna be leading the way. Unless we
Okay.
leave some of the orcs from the
Okay,
camp.
I will say for the sake of to clarify for the sake of this, most of the orcs are NPCs. The orc lady, which I don't know if you actually got her name.
Yeah, we don't got her name.
We don't got their language.
I thought she at least gestured to herself and said something.
She
Nah,
did. Vetzel gestured to himself and said Vetzel, and she gestured to herself and said something.
Okay, I will grab that because that was something that is known. She calls herself Kasha.
Kasha.
And
Kashe. Kasha.
And I only
Okay.
say we leave Gregor and Zoman because they're like decently held off on their own here. If we want to bring Catwin, we can, but bringing Elf Boy, he seems very competent. He might be able to help.
Okay, but what about
What about
Sabine?
Sabine?
Are we saying that we can only have 5 total, so we can only bring 1 NPC? Is that what you're saying?
No, sorry. All of the orc tribe is like basically a general NPCs. You can bring up to 5 companions, which actually have separate stats.
That includes Kasha, Catwayne,
Yes,
Katir,
Kasha. So yeah,
Zoman,
Kasha,
Gregor, and Sabine, right?
Yeah, in the future, I'll be putting all of them under the companion section. But yeah, Kasha, Sabine, Gregor, Zoman, Catwayne,
And Katir.
Katir, yes.
I think we should probably keep Gregor with us, right? Because the lycanthropy, whatever it's called.
The Curse of the Lycan.
Well, gave him medicine, so he doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, he does have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does have. Yeah, he has 2 months worth now.
Okay.
But he is a
We need
very
a
good
healer.
tracker.
We need a healer. Catwayne is on top. We need a healer.
She's good with medicine.
That's true. You know what? Sabine actually might also be very good for tracking. Sabine seems to be like the most like nature like base
nature ninja
Sabine,
crazy.
Sabine is currently like sitting on the edge of like the shoreline, like dipping her toes in the water as like a crab is slowly scuttling by before she just grabs it and just.
Yeah, I think Sabine is a better tracker.
Sabine.
I think Sabine might be a better tracker, so she might be better pick. So we can take Sabine and Catwin. Everyone else can stay. Sound good?
I'm okay with that choice.
A few of the other orcs are looking at Sabine like, ugh. It's a live
Vetzel's
crab.
gonna go over to Sabine and like snuggle like next to her and go, "Do you want to help us hunt something?"
She like you start to like snuggle into her. She just like and like leans into it as well before she just kind of nods.
Wait.
I didn't
actually
mean like cuddle up to her, but okay, Vetzel gives head pats.
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing. Okay.
No, wait.
We'll
Hold on.
slither up, but
there's something up. There's something up. Sabine is mute. We can't understand her well. Zolman is the one that translates for Sabine. So it's gonna be hard
Catwin also raised hand.
know.
I can also translate for her.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, then we can bring Sabine then.
Vetzel is just giving Sabine head pats and like feeding her like crustaceans.
All right.
I think Catwin's looking on like, oh god, there's two of them.
There's two of them.
Can Vetzel like coil Sabine slightly so he can just like coil her around her and drag her with him?
Okay. She as
just
you start
like
to do that, she climbs up on your shoulders.
Weighted blanket.
And is like grabbing onto you like a backpack.
Vetzel just like holds her legs. Vetzel just like holds her legs and just starts slithering with her on her back.
She seems pleased by this.
I go over to Zolman. Hey, hello there, Zolman.
Hello.
I pull out one of my daggers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello.
The questionable dagger. Hey,
the one we got from
you got from the fucking crab.
Hey, Zolman. Hey.
Oh,
okay. So
yes. Oh, that's a very
this dagger
knife.
Yeah. I'm holding it at the blade, so like he can hold the handle.
Oh.
So this dagger came from a very, very special beast. It almost killed me, actually.
It was a tiny enemy crab that I killed with a firebolt.
Hey, don't mind Wit. He's just
roll deception with disadvantage.
Fuck! Damn it, Wit!
Vetzel's
deception.
Deception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
That's a 10. Oh, Zolman roll. He's decent.
Come on.
Actually, you know what? Let's grab the coffee dice. Let's let chaos reign.
Yeah.
Vetzel's watching this like, do I really want to give him back his coin?
You want to know what I rolled on the dice?
What?
It's a 10 plus his mod.
Let's go.
Which is? Oh, damn it! Oh, dang.
Which is plus 3.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Omen's just flustered right now.
I see! Then I shall treat this trusted, sacred, glorious blade with all of the sanctity that I must with my small, petite body.
Cut it. Okay. Look, I was embarrassed to admit that I got fucking stabbed by a crab, okay?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I already got bitten by one of Sabine's centipedes. Like,
okay,
twice.
we share something. We share something in common then.
I mean, at least it wasn't a knife. That's at least somewhat good. But hey, at least it's a good story to tell to your children. You have children, don't you?
Too, just like completely out of character.
Well, I'm still young, but
oh right, yeah, you're not full elf. Yeah, I always forget. I always forget when they start having children.
I point out my ears and all that stuff. But anyways. This dagger came from a crab, and I want to know.
I appreciate it.
No, not actually defend, but actually I want you to like if there's like a spell that you can recognize if this thing is magical.
Oh, I might be able to analyze this in my spare time.
Do I hear Wit laughing at me from behind? Because I feel like I do.
I think a few people are.
No, Puck is arms crossed and just nodding.
That Zoman implied that at least he didn't get castrated.
He did. Okay.
Best session.
Dear gods.
I will have the last laugh.
Either way,
This thing comes out.
I shall research this in my spare time, and I shall come back to you to see if there's any significance, whether
Okay,
magical
thank
or
you.
otherwise.
Thank you, Zoman. Thank you.
I
go
go over
over
to
and
defend
look
myself.
Yes, you can use that to defend yourself. I go over and look towards the rest of the party. All right, you fucks, let's fucking do this. They just start walking.
And so,
Gonna wrap his arm around him.
I
It's
think
okay,
it's
buddy.
much
It's
more
okay. It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
and
find
so as the party.
I honestly find it much more interesting that a crab was wielding a whole dagger than some giant enemy thing.
Yeah, that's actually more impressive.
And either way, as the party with companions in tow, kind of leaves the camp arms in arms, preparing on to their next expedition out to find whatever this weird thing
Triceratops?
is. You don't fucking know. Whatever beasts the party shall be hunting with their new companions, of which they have somewhat disconnected relations with. I'm afraid this is where we're gonna have to end the session for tonight.
That was a fun session.
Yeah, it was a bit of a goofy, laid back for the most part, with a bit of it was a bit sad, but also funny.
Yeah. Also,
it's like when you read when you read like a comedy book, and then just randomly there's like a bunch of really sad parts right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the very sad point, but then there's the comedy right after to help like pull you back out of it.
A comedy sandwich.
This won't make sense to a lot of people because a lot of people might not have played it. This session was like playing a Yakuza game. It's like one half is super serious and the other half is fucking karaoke. It's great.
And then next session we might actually be going monster hunting.
Monster hunt.
Oh. Are we gonna use the climbing on a larger creature rules again?
Theoretically, potentially.
People, are we able to like do the thingy, the session next session? Are we all going to be present at that time?
I believe we will be for next Monday.
I should be.
All right.
Yeah,
I have no life.
For those who did pop their heads in, oh shit, we have 7 viewers, nice. For those who did pop in during the session, I hope everyone enjoyed the latest session of Legends of Nordaeron Bloody Gold. If you'd like to continue, supporting us, or at least just pop in if you're all interested in this, there's a link to the Discord, the About section of the Twitch channel below, where we tend to just kind of vibe and hang out, and also talk about D&D things and nerd shit, and a bunch of weird shenanigans happen over there. It's a time. There's also a YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws, which unfortunately, the clips and highlights there's been a bit of a hiatus on because of some stuff going on with the editor and things going on. But hopefully at some point in the future they'll be running that back up again. But nonetheless, if you want to catch the earlier episodes of Bloody Gold and also some of the highlights, they are over there. The next stream will be on the brain.
It'll be on Wednesday.
Yes, it'll be on Wednesday, which is the 24th.
Nature.
Oh yes.
Can you show Vetzel art? I'm really proud of it. I want to show it off.
It's a bit hard for me to get it in on stream.
Okay. Never mind then.
Next week.
Yeah, for those who do want to see it, there's I think it's in the Discord. If nothing else,
it's in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll say it again.
It's in Discord.
But yeah, for those who want to see that, it's also a bit risque in certain ways, but it's fine.
It's very funny. Believe me, it's the greatest
it is funny,
joke
but also
ever told.
I'm a little bit hesitant to show it on Twitch. Admittedly. But nonetheless, I hope everyone had a wonderful session. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their evening or whatever time zone they're currently in. And
I smell dinner, so I'm gonna head out.
That's fair. Yeah, for those who need to leave, going ahead while we go to find someone to raid.
Oh man, I can't wait for that exact thing to happen.
What thing?
I sent what I think's gonna happen in the group chat, It's basically eventually Omen's gonna realize I'm gonna steal my coin back, and then just get slapped the fuck out of him and be like,
Well, it
"Where's
also
my coin?
depends
Why would I tell you?"
because Omen's not that dumb. Omen's not that dumb.
I love how
He's
much
not
of
that
I love how
stupid.
much that Catwain's becoming the mom friend for all
Yeah.
this. Like,
What's my
God.
intelligence? Oh, my intelligence is 2. Got
Let's
it.
see.
But I'm not
who's
wise.
currently on? Let's see,
Yeah,
Peachy
well,
Pie,
needless to say,
Roberta.
he has no fucking clue Wetzel has it.
Yeah, it's only the matter, conversation, basically.
It's the only place he thinks the coin is between Catherine's
Yeah,
bra.
he still knows that
Hmm.
Catwayne still has the coin somehow. But yeah.
So he's going to walk up and be like, "Hey, can I have my coin back? I don't fucking have it. Where is it?"
All right. We have 2 options. I'm kind of looking at here. We can either grade another D&D streamer, or we can rate a VTuber currently playing Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the
I am
Lamb.
biased. I pick Cult of the Lamb.
Cult
Fair
of the
enough.
Lamb.
Anyone else? Okay,
But
guess we're
I'm
going
gonna
Cult of the
go.
Lamb. We're going to
But
go
I'm
into
gonna
raid
go,
Peachy Momo, who is
Momo.
They are a ferret VTuber, actually.
Oh, ferret.
They actually got
nature.
they changed, they dolled up their whole VTuber model for Cult of the Lamb. That's cool.
Cute.
Hey, that's nice.
Nature. When you raid them, can you say one of my players says Cult of the Lamb is one of his favorite games?
Sure. I mean, you could also if you want to message them yourself.
Go for
I'm gonna
it.
head off. It was lovely playing with
Oh,
everyone.
yeah, that's fair. All right, in that case,
Hey, peace out, man.
All right, peace out, Cub Scout.
Bye.
All right, so let's go ahead and.
I like how me and Mitchum are like standing and I can imagine just Omen and Puck standing like in the back while Wit and Vetzel are having like a debate on if it's like God or leader.
Is it God or is it Chief? Is it which of these
We're
is more
just kind of
likely?
clueless to what's going on.
Both of us
and then
are
there's Puck.
clueless.
It's like I think they just want to get high, guys.
I think they just want to hang
I have all of these things in my bag.
How many herbs you want, guys? Some of these are
Oh,
poisonous.
yeah?
Don't tell them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Puck collects herbs.
Yep.
Forgot
Herbs.
about that.
And most of what I own is poisonous.
I love this hijinks. Oh shit! Also, what's our raid message gonna be? Miscommunication? No.
No.
Something funny. You mess with the crabbo, you get the stabbo.
We could do it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do actually the crabbo stabbo returns.
No.
Like
wait,
it.
wait,
That
wait.
works.
No. Wait. You can have like those type of mafia threats.
Swimming with the like swimming with the fishies. It's swimming with the crabbies.
Yeah.
Swimming with the crabs. All right. Go show Peachy, Momo, the love and support. Go have a good day. Bye.
Bye.